So, welcome back to a little spy update. As always, I'm using this method here for armor tracking. If you want to know more, just watch the weekly video. And for the voice, sorry, I am now for sure ill. So, let's see if I lose my voice the next days or not. Okay, let's look into spy. I think the only way to describe this was the scene of Wall Street. Yes. Wolf of Wall Street is. Because this was fantastic yesterday. Even with this fake out pullback. It was fucking crazy. And the thing is, if you look, here's our A bottom, and this was just a 0.5 perfect pullback, a perfect B pullback. So, yeah. So, we still don't know if October was our peak or not, for the absolute peak for the market. What we know, this is our perfectly M, and this here was our T. This here was our V. So for the near future, 640, 630, 620 is off the table. But not a pullback. Just saying this. We already did our V, our high low. For the micro, our little A and our little B. We are looking now for the C. Interesting part with this is that Nasdaq is hanging behind. Nasdaq, in my opinion, still has to go over 613 today, or 614. It has to break T, because SPY already did it. IWM yesterday just said to Nasdaq and SPY, hey guys, I don't know what you're doing. I don't care. I do my own thing. So yeah. Okay. For what we will do today. As always, the bullish, the bullish bearish, and the bearish one. For the bullish, I think you have still data today. 1 hour before market open, we get the volatility event again. So for the bullish, we will go over our blow off top or market crash line. So something around 685 to 681, something in this range. I mean, how much would that be for SPY? Yeah, 130. Doable. So something like this. But in my opinion, you will find the top today. Even with the fundamentally thinking, which I don't follow, but weekend is coming, Thanksgiving is coming, I think, in America. So no one wants to hold over the weekend. I mean, I know we got on Friday half day, but it's still a weekend. So you will get your top today. Wherever this top is, if it's under the trend line or over the trend line, it should be a 0.5 pullback from this bottom here. So let's say we go today at 685. This. Then you will start, or already do it. Let's see. The volatility yesterday was also crazy. But you will do the 0.5 pullback. So something in this range here. And this would be your A then. So if it's 685, then we will go back down to 667. Everyone will shout, see, market crash. I told you, it's over. Okay? I bet with you. I bet you will hear that from other YouTubers. Especially if you're not going over this trend line. Especially if you're... Okay, wait. So for the bullish, you go over this trend line. If we break this trend line, the market crash line is let's say 80% is over. I would be really bullish now. So A 0.5 pullback, And maybe you already see the reversal on Friday, or this whole thing takes till Friday. But next week should then be upside, and we are looking for our B. That would be the bullish version. The bullish bearish version would mean you already broke your A. Where's SPY right now? Yeah, I have futures. We should be up here somewhere. This could be already your A. Just saying, could. Shitty part is we are under the trend line. Then you would open and already do your 0.5 pullback. Up, down here. And then go to your B. I mean, I kind of for both expect that we open and we make the pullback. Yeah. Just be careful today. For the bearish version, I mean, okay, that would be already the bearish version. Because I said already in the last video, to be bullish that we still get a blow off top, we want to break this line. If we today open over it, also gapping over it, or in the beginning of the market we just break it, perfect. Then we don't have to worry about this anymore. Even if we fall under it again, doesn't matter because it will be just a 0.5 pullback. If we're doing our A today under the trend line and reject here, the dangerous thing with this is you will reject here if it's bullish and A, and we will check here if of what kind of way this is still our T. And that's the stupid part. Because you will only know it if you're not bouncing at a 0.5. That would be the bearish version. If you're not breaking this line, this could still be big L, and this here could still be market top. You will see it then in a few days after, because you will break down to this side. I am not believing it. It's just the old. For me, it's kind of clear, because we broke this now, that we have a good chance to break this too. But maybe we only break this on the second try. One thing is clear. So if you're doing this pullback and then go, if we're not breaking this on the second try, yeah, then this was A. And then we will go down. Not seeing that yet, but always have an alternative. Okay. Bitcoin. Yeah. Same for Bitcoin. For Bitcoin, right now, October was a top. Question is, was October that top? This was clearly UM. This was clearly UT. So, for now, for Bitcoin, this is really looking like a V. Especially, it's a perfect V and A. And they're talking about this V and A. Perfect. This could be already higher low. We're going up. So for Bitcoin, it's the same thing. It's the same thing as buy. We have to break this trend line here. That's absolutely important. If you're not breaking this trend line and reject here, then October was already the top of crypto. And then your next target, and this will not be quick, is 44. And you will do this over the next years, because then the 4-year cycle begins. And you will bounce at 44K, and then you will break it again. So yeah, let's see. What do we have also? The interesting part. Nvidia. I know Michael Burry is short again, and just for the fun facts, the last time he said he had a massive put position on Nvidia, a few days later it shooted up. For Nvidia right now, I didn't track the whole thing, but for Nvidia now, just for this little thing, this thing is finished. For this little thing, we did a V and A. Here, this is your B, this is your A, this is your higher low. And yesterday, we knifed under it and bounced on it. I mean, for the small tracking, this could already be a higher low. And this stupid part, this is your A, your next one, and this is your B, your next one. So for the stupid part, you will go up here, A, 0.5 pullback, breakout retest. I mean, it would be funny if you're doing that today. I don't think we're doing that today. But then breakout retest, B, 0.5 pullback of A, and then blow off top, if it's good. But this thing right now isn't looking bad. It could be bad if you reject this M line here. If you reject this M line here, then this is A. Same like SPY. And then Nvidia top. And market crash, you know? For Tesla, it's a little bit different. Because the problem for Tesla is this was clearly your B peak, your middle B peak. Your middle one. You're still looking for the big one. But for the, I'm fighting it right now. I really have to say, I'm fighting Tesla right now just because middle B, small c, this was clearly your M. And what we are doing right now is just stupid. Because I'm still looking for a pullback to 362. I could be wrong because Tesla sometimes is just saying it's not doing a 0.5 pullback. The only thing I could imagine, because M is not finished yet. You see, this is your lower high. Here's the start of M. So we still have to drop on. It's not finished. The only thing, so two ways. You knife down here today, 2.5, bounce here and go. Or you still go a little bit higher and still looking for your M peak. And then you go lower, T, and then. Or Tesla is really saying, this is enough for my 0.5 pullback. For me, it isn't really. And we go. Okay. So, confirmation levels. Confirmation levels for today. Problem is I don't really have some. Because it's the last move. No. The only lines I can give you, anything over this trend line. And I think our blow off top is in. But still, be careful. We're still looking for a 0.5 pullback before that. If we break under 658, then this was already the rejection. So if we break under this here, this could be very well be the lower high and peak and top of the market. and then you really go low, which I don't think so. Otherwise, I would say hands off today. It's not worth to play it. I mean, if we're running, it's of course worth, but the risk is not worth it. Wait for the top today if you really know financial advice. If you really want to play it, wait for the top. Take a 0.5, go close the money for Friday, Monday to play the downside. Or just wait for the downside. Wait for the point, wherever the top is. You will see it in the downtrend, then you know that was the top. Okay. So let's say we open today. Okay. Here. We're still running a little bit here. 681 is the top. You're not playing puts. You see it already downturning. You're not, still not playing puts. Then you just take the 0.5. And for today and for Friday, you're waiting to reach this target. Then you go into calls. That's the absolute safe way to play it. I think today is hands off. Okay. So, as always, if you have questions, write it to the comments. If you have wishes for other stocks, please in the other playlist. And if you liked it, give me a like. See you next time.